Good evening, all. Happy Friday night. Give everybody a few minutes to file in and come on and pop in here. A lot of things to cover, so just give folks time to come in and do their thing and check in, if you will. I'm also reloading the phone. I had to unload my my apps today because of the work I had to do, so I'm trying to get everything caught back up on reloading into the phone, which is always an adventure. A lot of things happened since I signed off this morning and went heavy into the into putting dads together, which went up an hour late because that's how my day was. And I mean, first of all, let me cover the good, because there's always good. My girl Maddie, well, our girl Maddie, I should say, JJ's main squeeze, and Tamina are the SmackDown women's, or the WWE women's, excuse me, that's brand, it's brand crossing there. The WWE women's tag team champions. Very happy for both ladies. I did mention on social media, I stand by what I said. I've been very hard on Tamina over her career, and that was wrong. I admit it. Been far too harsh on her for how much she has improved since she's been paired with Natty. It's very hard to not improve when you're paired with the greatest in-ring female worker in the company's recent history, right? So congrats to both. Very happy for Natty and Tamina. Hope they have a long reign. And I did mention on Twitter, I do want to reinforce this here in front of y'all with verbals. I really hope that Nia and Shayna get split. I hope that Shayna just drops that dork Reggie like a bad habit, and we get a really good program out of these two. Whether you like Nia or not, I don't like her work, for the record, but she's money. She's got charisma, and she is a very pretty, she's a very beautiful woman, so she's definitely got a unique look to her, and I think her and Shayna can really do something together if they allow them to. Not the place, OG85. I know that Sammy's doing that. Not a lot of the wrestlers are showing support. It's a political thing. Try to stay out of that as best I can. But I do agree with the. I've always been a supporter of Sami Zayn. Sammy, I've seen one of my favorite people ever that I've met in the business. So I agree with the intent. How about that? I'm not going to address that. I did see a tweet go out, and I wanted to bring it up. It was from the gentleman who, good grief, 17 years ago, we at No DQ deemed the coolest wrestler alive. And he said, a brother not born of blood can still be a brother in every other way, which I firmly stand behind. You know me and my friendships over the years with people I've worked with. It's been my absolute pleasure to wrestle along Christopher Daniels the last decade. Words cannot express the love and respect I have for that warrior. Our accomplishments speak for themselves. Now recompense. And he's got a little hourglass next to it. And that was from Frankie. And Eric Bischoff said, much respect and admiration for both of you. You're both incredibly talented, and the gifts you have to share and experience will be the best part of your future. And Frankie replied, thank you, Eric. You're an integral part of our success as a team. I can safely say without you and Jason Hervey early on, we wouldn't have taken off like we did. It's so cool to see stuff like that from Frankie. Those of you that know my history and know the years I go back with Aaron and ODQ, we had everybody in that little contingent, if you will, on the show at one point. The X Division Golden Quartet, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Samoa Joe. Scorpio Sky, I believe we've had Sky on the show. Don't quote me. but I think we did at one point. We may have interviewed him at Championship Wrestling Hollywood when he became the television champion. But I know I've been following Scorpio Sky since he still wore a mask. So, and JJ will back me up on that. JJ may have been there. I don't know if he was there. I know the No DQ team was there when he and Quicksilver defeated Arrogance. Chris Bosh and Scott Lost for the PWG Tag Team Championships in a brutal encounter and won the titles, but got demasked. Sky got demasked in the process and was left a bloody heap in the middle of that ridiculously overheated, sweaty Jewish Community Center out in Hollywood. And we saw the beginnings of maskless, intense Scorpio Sky. So I know he's not part of SCU anymore, but to see the other two officially break up now this last week on Dynamite, if you haven't watched Dynamite, sorry, it is very bittersweet for us OG PWG fans, the PWG fans that were there before they charged $100 for a show, and we could afford to go. But yeah, we've interviewed Frankie and Christopher Daniels and AJ and Joe and Sky and everybody that was anybody in the pioneer days of the X Division. So it's cool to see that. It's bittersweet to see them split up, but it's also very interesting to see what the future will bring now for both Frankie and Christopher Daniels. I'm curious how they're gonna go from here. We've seen Sky do some stuff on AW Dark and kind of cultivate his own path. So we'll see what they do with the Fallen Angel and the coolest wrestler alive, Frankie Kazarian. And yes, we did have a passing today. A lot of you know, and JJ actually did a live stream not too long ago. And I apologize for not being able to be there, Jay. I walked in the door maybe 15 minutes ago and took my nightly Jordan Nolan, and then I threw the daddy shirt on for your girl and turned the camera on. New Jack, Jerome Young, I want to say. I apologize if that's wrong. He did pass away today at the age of 58, I think I said. Oh, that's so young. And a heart attack, which is, a heart attack can get anybody. That's been proven. It's just very sad. And I did say on social media, it's going to stay with me for a while that it will stay with me, because I just had a fan recently ask me about New Jack and the fact that he was going to have a meet and greet out here in a few weeks, I think it is, with Pitbull 1, or Pitbull Gary Young. How about that? Gary Wolf, excuse me. Pitbull Gary Wolf. And I had said at that point that the only way I would see New Jack again, Jerome again, is if I was, for whatever stupid reason, because it doesn't make sense that I would be, was invited to his memorial, and I would be there to support those who did care for him. So it's very eerie to find out that he passed away today. It's definitely renting space in my already garbled head. But this business is what it is. And if you saw Dark Side of the Ring last year about the Mass Transit incident, you know that New Jack's had a rough go. If you saw him at Beyond the Mat, you saw kind of a glossed over version of what's been going down with him the last couple decades. So I do wish his family peace. I do wish him peace. And I wish everybody that supported him, was friends with him, family, whatever, I do wish them peace and send my most sincere condolences. It's a shame that, tragedy can happen in an instant, and that's why it's tragic. Things can happen in snap a finger, blink of an eye. People just drop. It's terrible. So it does suck. Josh, yes, indeed. I have not seen SmackDown. I have it on my Hulu DVR. I will be watching it tomorrow. But God, I'm so happy for Natty, and I am happy for Tamina. I know I've been very hard on Tamina in the last few years, and again, very unjustified. My bad. So that will change. I know it sounds like I'm bandwagon hopping. I've actually been saying it in private conversations that I've been very, very hard on her, and it was very, very wrong of me to be that way. So hopefully her and Natty's reign as tag team champions will be a prosperous one, and I hope, like I said, I hope we get the Nia Shayna fallout. And if this is too loud, let me know, y'all. It's very, very hot back here. Anyway, if we get the Nia Shayna fallout, that'd be a huge bonus feature for this whole thing. Hello, Grant. Good to see you, JJ. I did. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say Corey Perry, but like I said, it's very hard for me to shit on Perry because he's not a duck and he's actually not playing like a shithead anymore. So there you go. Josh also said, my sister's dad actually randomly turned on to the Bucks and Daniels Kazarian match, and I'll be honest, didn't realize the stakes of them. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, for those of you like JJ and I who have been following these guys for as long as they have, they've been teaming forever. Like, they've been teaming for a long damn time. And to know that they're never going to team, as far as the stipulation says, ever again is monumental after over 20 years of working together. Anthony says, I met New Jack years ago at an indie show at the old ECW. Oh, wow, there you go. The old ECW arena. He gave me some good laughs. He'll be missed. Yeah, actually, Rob's going to be out there on Sunday. I don't know if it's during the pay-per-view or whatever, but there's an event out at the old ECW arena at the 2300 arena out there in Ratner, and Rob will be there. So that'll be cool to see who comes out to see. If I had the money and had the opportunity, I'd fly back to see Rob ECW arena. That'd be a cool moment just cause to be with Rob Van Dam inside the ECW arena. Kind of a cool stuff there. Hello, Michigan. Let's see. Tamina shouldn't have to live in the dark shadow of her late father. For some reason, I feel like that may have been a reason. That's kind of the reason I was hard on her, because I felt like they were pushing her to erase the memory of Jimmy. And I felt that was wrong. Whether you agree with the whole Jimmy Snuka thing or not is not relevant to this conversation whatsoever. Let me say that now. But like I said, Tamina's skills have improved exponentially, especially since she's been partnered with Natty and traveling with her full time. So I am all about this team. I hope it goes well. MLW will be at the ECW arena. Okay, cool. Like I said, I still have yet to see a full MLW show, and I know I shouldn't be that wrestling fan where I don't watch it. There's so much of it out there, and a lot of it I do cover. So for me to have to try to include something else is a mentally daunting task. And if you guys saw my stream this morning, you know what I'm talking about. So there you go. Josh says they were watching when you turned to the match, I just remember thinking, why the heck is there blood? Why are the Bucks using the HBK Mania? Oh, jeez. 24 quote. I just walked away. Yeah, that was awful. For somebody that was there for the Shawn Michaels Ric Flair match and being at one point really tight with all four of those guys, yeah, that was rough. That was really rough to watch. And I mean, you knew that the Bucks were going to win. It's almost like, they're getting the Callis and Omega rub, so they're not going to lose right now. But it's like, damn, man, now Frankie and Chris are going to break up, and this sucks. And yeah. I felt she wasn't getting pushed because of him. To be honest, I thought she should have won it from Beth or someone back when it was the Divas title. Even I've been pulling for her for that long. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've not been pulling for her that long. And again, 100% wrong of me. I've admitted that a few times today, so my bad. Yes, Anthony, Matt was mocking HBK. Exactly. That was the whole idea, because they were retiring SCU. I'm glad you're keeping up, Anthony. Very, very cool. So I did mention this morning that there may or may not be a prediction show for WrestleMania Backlash. Since I am going to watch SmackDown tomorrow, there will be, and it will be live. I was going to pre-tape it today. I had it on my little checklist to do today. I was also going to pre-tape the opening for my Country Bears stream tomorrow, but screw it. I'm just going to do everything live. Live's better anyway, right? So the way it's going to break down is, let me see if I can I'm going to be doing actually 3 different shows tomorrow. 3 different streams will be here on the, let's see. One of them will be across YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, like you're seeing now. One of them will be exclusively on YouTube. The other one will be exclusively in my personal Facebook pages, Disney monthly fix group, which we do our Disney show streams. So let me type it out here just real quick here so you guys can see it in front of you rather than have to just listen to me babble about it. Saturday. Let's do. No, that's specific. WrestleMania. So, first of all, at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, you can tune in to everything you're seeing here, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, to catch my entire predictions lineup for, and that's his Pacific time both times, so let me just that now so I don't look like a complete idiot, because Lord knows I'm not so fun about that. Anyway, so yeah, there's that, and that'll be the entire lineup of matches. I mean, SmackDown's in the books, so I assume the card will be set by the time I even go on the air for that. They may even add more, which is why Aaron and I are both doing predictions. You know what? I just thought about that Aaron is also doing a show on. I appreciate the banner, Jay. I'm not going to post it. It just it's yeah, just not going to do that. Okay, hang on 1 second. Jesus Christ, Thunder Rosa. Sorry. Twitter's very distracting. Okay, Aaron posted something on his Backlash show earlier in the week, so just bear with me here. Okay, let's see here. There. Okay. So Aaron's going to be live at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific with predictions for Backlash. So since he's going to be live at 8, I'll be live at 7, because when he goes live for his predictions for Backlash, which again, you know, he already set that in stone. He already set that up. And I don't want to be that guy where I'm saying, oh, by the way, I'm doing this instead, because that's not, you know. And I'm not even sure this is going to happen, to be honest with you, so let me just throw that out there now. If I can get access to it, because I don't have Impact Plus right now, then I will not be watching this. But if I do get access to it, it looks like a pretty decent card. I got to finally watch Impact. I got all caught up. I'm caught up on every damn thing now except SmackDown. I'm so proud of myself that I got it. I got it all watched, because it was going to be a daunting task to do it, and I did it. And I'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific. The entire card of Impact's Wrestling's Under Siege. It's not really a pay-per-view. They're calling it an Impact Plus special, but I'm paying for it if I do get access to it, so it's a pay-per-view. And it's the first time in a long time they both ran on the same night, so it's going to be fun to see here. Let's see. Josh says the Bucks match, now knowing the aftermath and stakes, and then switching to Moxley and Kingston honestly turned me off to AEW. Oh, wow, to be honest. And here I am already tired knowing I only have 1 recording tomorrow and you got 3 tomorrow. Good luck. That's it. Yes, JJ, I'll get there momentarily. Thank you for reminding me. That's always why I wait for Saturday to do my predictions, because they like to. Exactly. So I will throw that up there in just 1 second, Jay. So let me go ahead and take that down, and then we'll go to your comment, Jay. So actually, starting at 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 Pacific, thank you for reminding me, Uncle Jay, will be JJ's review of the first installment of the Star Wars trilogy from the Family Guy folks, Blue Harvest. That'll be at 6 o'clock. And then again at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, you will have here on all 3 of these things, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Excuse me, I've been saying Instagram the whole time, haven't I? Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. you will have my WrestleMania Backlash predictions. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, again, if I get access to it, I'll be doing a watch along of Impact's Under Siege. And then for those of you in my personal Facebook friends category at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific, depending on JJ's timing of getting the heck out of there. He'll be there either way, but it's a matter of if he'll be there before we start the stream or after we finish the show. We'll be watching what ended up being the final staging of the original Country Bear Jamboree here at Disneyland here in California. And as I said this morning, no, I said it on Dad's. Did I say it on Dad's? When did I say it? I don't know when I said it. Oh, I said it on Rise of Skywalker that aired today. Yeah. That the Country Bear show was staged on September 9th, 2001. So if you know your world history, it was all Disney's fault. Anyway, so that's coming up. That's everything tomorrow. So I've actually got 4 shows if you count JJ's show that I'm going to. I gotta dig my Family Guy DVDs out of storage here and watch those again to get a proper perspective. He's in the editing bay for Blue Harvest right now, so there you go. And Josh says, I've only ever seen the Blue Harvest, Family Guy, Star Wars. Used to feel like Family Guy, etc., but not my thing. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Josh. I have never actively sat down and purposely watched Family Guy, except for the Star Wars stuff, and that's because it was a Jay help me out birthday, Christmas. I want to say Christmas because I was living with the roommate that gave these to me, and I think it was a Christmas gift. Pretty sure it was that time of year. I don't think we made it to my birthday as still being roommates, so I'm pretty sure it was a Christmas gift. Either way, I got the whole set for whatever occasion it was, and they're funnier than hell. And if you know your Star Wars history, if you're a casual enough Star Wars fan where you get the jokes like I am, because I'm not a hardcore fan like JJ, because I long acknowledged follower of the Roddenberry universe over the Lucasfilm catalog, but I get enough of the jokes where the Family Guy stuff is hysterical. So I highly encourage you, Josh, to get your hands on the says, don't blame me. You like it as a middle schooler, high schooler, but can't stand it. Well, see, I admit to liking South Park at that age, and I can't watch South Park now. It's just so bad. And I watched the stuff, and back then it's like, what was I watching? Good grief. Family Guy is very much good in small doses, and like I said, I don't actively watch those shows. Some of them kind of get to your heart a little bit, and they're kind of pivotal or whatever. But for most of them, it's just stupid humor and ridiculousness. So I don't watch it very often. But I did watch the Star Wars, and those are hysterical. I have not seen Bad Batch yet. I've heard great things. I need to watch today's episode of Mighty Ducks Game Changers. I need to get on that like yesterday, actually midnight last night, because like I said in the description, I am not exaggerating. I started editing today's episode of Dad's that went up at 5 p.m. today, local time. I started work on that before midnight last night. So I was working for almost 18 hours on that because of this damn technology. And again, I can hear Adam going, you do it all on your phone, dumbass. That's why. If people will donate at Streamlabs, man, where's my stupid banner? There we go. There it is. Let's make it colorful so I actually see it. You can't see a damn thing. It's dark as sin down there. Let's do that. There we go. Now you can see it for sure. Anyway, I will agree with that, Jay. Family Guy is like The Simpsons is very much great, and now it's like it's still on. Family Guy, I think, was for me a little bit too much into the crude humor for my liking. It was just closer to South Park where I was like, meh, turned off. But the Star Wars stuff is funny. Brian, doing okay. Watch this morning's stream, and you'll see where I'm at. And actually had a great night. The reason I missed JJ's tribute to New Jack is because we were taking we had a medical appointment. All's good, and then my son and my dad and I went out to dinner for the first time in a long time, three of us together, and we enjoyed a little American diner style and had a margarita, and I enjoyed it. I haven't had a margarita in over a year. Oh my god, it was so good. Oh my god, like margarita on the rocks. There's nothing better. It was so good. I love you guys too. I appreciate that. So that's why I was late. Like I said, I walked in maybe 15 minutes before I started this stream and had to go use the facilities before I sat down. Because once I sat down, I wasn't getting up for a minute. I knew that. I knew I'd be on for at least a half hour because I tend to babble. I don't know if you guys have noticed that in the last 20 years, but I'm kind of a babbler. So. Anyway, so that's tomorrow. Sunday, as of now, will just be Backlash watch through if I end up getting to sit down and actually watch the show. I'm not entirely jazzed about watching the show necessarily because it does seem kind of meh. But I know the watch longs get a lot of traffic, so I'll go ahead and leave the little ticker here running during the show. You can also donate to PayPal, by the way, and PayPal doesn't charge a fee if you do the friends and family option. Streamlabs, no choice, get the fee. And I found that out when my buddy Josh donated very generously $10 last week. So I appreciate that very much, Josh. If things hold up, I should be getting paid not this coming Monday, but next Monday, please God. And I got stuff to buy. I'm on the big screen. Well, God save your big screen television, because I definitely need a clear still moment. I'm a mess here, so I apologize if the new goatee is a little bit too much. Anyway. Yeah, actually, I think this light's probably good enough where you can't see the razor burns from before dinner. But yeah, I've been encouraged to grow the goatee back out, so we'll see how that goes here. Pineapple Malibu is the business, and I tell you what, I'm not a fan of Malibu. I was in my mid-20s because of my significant other, who was a big Malibu drinker, but I love, it's all Lemmy's fault. I'm very much a Jack Daniels guy now, so. And Josh says the triple threats intrigue me because of what happened in your house. Right, that's very true. We had a champion lose without getting pinned, but then again, it was Charlotte. They had to protect Charlotte. So, do they protect Lashley and still have Drew win? Do they protect Lashley and still have Braun win? Do they protect Rhea and have Charlotte become the champion again by pinning Asuka? A lot of intrigue. Those two matches do intrigue me. I will agree with that, Josh. LS says, my favorite talk wrestling host, first guy I listened to on YouTube. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, LS. That's very nice of you to say that. I mean, here we are, 14 years later. It'll be a little over 2 months from now. We'll be celebrating our 14th anniversary, which is just bonkers to me. Have I seen the Venom 2 trailer yet? I've not seen the first Venom movie that this is the sequel to. Again, way behind on my Marvel movies. JJ will attest to that as well. I still haven't seen the Snyder cut of Justice League either, so I'm a little busy with the wrestling, folks, but I will definitely get those taken care of over the summer. And JJ, I will give you Fireball the same day I actually actively watch Gotham on purpose. You drank a 10-pack of Fireball next, dude. Josh, you're a sick person. That's crazy. I can't even do one shot of Fireball. That stuff is just. Ugh. It's funny. There was a question on Facebook. I think it was on my page, this page here, not the personal page, about what was the alcohol you tried once and was done. I was like, Jägermeister. Tried that once. I hate black licorice. Nasty stuff. And it's yeah. But Fireballs. And again, sorry, Bailey, if you're watching, but Fireball's right out there. I'm not a fan of cinnamon, and it's just way too cinnamony for my particular kink, is what it is. So, all right. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We've got 3 shows of mine tomorrow, 4 if you count JJ's review of Family Guy Blue Harvest, the first episode of the Star Wars Trilogy Family Guy edition. Well, since you asked so nicely, Uncle Jay, let me go ahead and just hang on 1 second there, Mr. Williams. I will be very happy to send you the link here as long as the damn Facebook works, which is always an adventure on this computer. Okay, there we go. It'll be coming from my personal account, Jay, the Stanley Cup picture. So stand by. I know, Red 5 standing by. Wink, wink, haha. It's loading. Anyway, Josh says, although when I'm out, haven't gone out in a year, I always find that see, I never had an Irish car bomb. I've heard you would think I would be an Irish appearance, but never had the desire to have an Irish car bomb. So not my bag, baby. All right, let's see here. There's JJ's thing. So there's that. There you go. I still very much am a lightweight when you consider what I drink and what I don't drink. JJ seeing me in action when I have been drinking. I still do tend to stick to the Jack, and if Jack's not available, I'll grab a brewski, or if Catton's there, I'll deal with the Catton. But Catton's very rare anymore because Rue ruined Catton for me in my in my 20s because I got paid in Catton and Coke. So very, very sweet. Ugh. So your question was, sir.
Okay, so forgive the cheesy grin here. I just kind of found it odd that you took me up on the deal so quickly there.
Oh, okay.
Have you either watched via YouTube or listened on any of the other formats to any of the My World podcasts yet?
I have not, and it's not on purpose. It is, I swear, in front of God and country, in front of all you, my podcast app is Huron White loaded with Conrad material from like weeks back because of all the shit I've been up to. And Jeff's is definitely up there because I did see that he did talk about Owen, and I'm like, oh fuck.
That one hasn't popped in on YouTube yet. I think that doesn't go live until tomorrow, Saturday, like 3 a.m.
Right.
But I've listened to the Hold Up, and I've listened to your GOONNE.
I'm looking forward to those two just by themselves, just cause, for real. I mean, if you think of Jeff Jarrett, that's the first thing you think of is the Hold Up, the firing, and Owen. It's like he's just ding, ding, ding. Like he's not wasting any time.
I completely had forgotten that he was fired in that opening segment of the simulcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think it's been so long. I don't think I ever watched the full broadcast like as it aired. That's why I was looking so forward to doing the thing with you this year.
That was such a bummer it didn't get to pull that off.
I mean, I remember bits and pieces of the WWF portion of it.
Well, what was so funny was
I remember the firing of Jarrett part.
What was so funny was when they went quote unquote live, because I said you thought I had that shit linked up. I was set. He wasn't even live. Jarrett wasn't even on that episode of Nitro once. So whatever Vince was watching, it was definitely Memorex. It sure as shit wasn't live.
It was pre-taped. They talk about it in the thing. They filmed him doing a pre-tape segment.
Oh my god.
And then did that thing, and you'll hear about it when you listen to the episode. But Jarrett thought at first that they were working a gimmick.
Oh no, yeah,
because there was money to be drawn. Because granted, the holdup happened, but Vince knew that Jarrett was business, and there's ready-made story.
Yeah, exactly.
From the holdup,
right?
that could have carried into this. So initially
Yes.
he thought maybe it was a work.
Right? Well,
It wasn't until later that he realized that it wasn't a work.
oh Jesus. That's poor Jeff. I mean, really. Jeez.
But yeah, I wanted to know if you had listened to those yet, man,
I had
because
not.
I've listened to both of those in their entirety, and
Okay.
the hold up one is over 3 hours long.
Well, of course, because it's Conrad and Jeff, so it's God.
The,
Jeez.
the second episode is substantially shorter, like it's only a little over 2 hours, but still, like that's almost 6 hours worth of content in just those two episodes that you've really got to clear your plate for.
Well, see, the thing is, I was
And
talking with Dylan. I was talking about this with Dylan at dinner. It's like I haven't even cleared my calendar for 4 hours of the Zack Snyder cut yet. So it's like, dude. I mean, granted, wrestling's way more interesting to me than the Snyder cut. I'm not gonna lie, but 6 hours of just Jeff Jarrett and Conrad. Like, dude, I'm gonna need a Jack Daniels break just on that.
and then I'm definitely looking forward to the Owen one going live. As soon as it goes up,
Oh
I'll
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I mean, I've been listening to it while I write my reviews at work. I've been listening to those.
Oh geez, yeah. It's one of those things where I mentioned on Twitter this morning when I was talking about today when I was talking about the journalists of the wrestling world. It's like half the reason I say subscribe as long as I did to Conrad's show, the ad free shows, is to listen to Pritchard and Bischoff rip on Meltzer because God, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. Give me 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Go ahead and carry on.
I was going to say they talk about that briefly in the first episode. They talk about all the other people that work with Conrad and their opinions of Meltzer. So it's definitely funny to listen to because Jarrett's always been the type of guy where it's like, if he hasn't done nothing to me, then I'm not going to hate. And I guess in Jarrett's world, Meltzer's never really done anything bad to him, so
Well,
he doesn't sit
I mean,
there and
the
spew the way the
the
others do.
yeah, the thing with and again, I don't want to get wound up on him too much because I really don't like giving him any press whatsoever. He's such a piece of garbage. But for what I will maintain this forever. If it's not for Bret Hart giving him complete 100% access after Montreal went down, he has no credibility in this business. Zero. And somebody on Twitter pointed out that the report about the drama within AEW management originally came from Keller. First of all, you're wrong. It came from Cornette's show, which is clearly the most informed thing there is on the planet. And like I said, directly, Keller's about that far up the evolutionary ladder with the other guys. Like, when you hear Bischoff talk about Meltzer, he says Keller. He says these other guys. You don't hear him say people like Sean Ross Sapp, who's decent people and keeps it real, who is one of Greg's trivia buddies. There are people that say, hey, this is the report I heard. There are people that say, this is what I've heard from the talent. No, you haven't. And if you have, who is it? Kayfabe's dead. The world's opened up. Why do they care if Meltzer says your name? Clearly Vince doesn't care, because if he cared, he would shut it down. So have some balls, state your source, or tell the truth and that you're full of shit. Either way, I'm good. So, and I've also, and I did point out on Twitter that as soon as the money drops, God help me, next weekend, I'm getting that Bruce Pritchard FDM shirt, and I'm wearing that every time I have a Meltzer-centric show, because which won't be very often for the record. I'll just wear it just because I just love it, and it's even got stars on it, which I think is tremendous. And it's in the NWO font, so I mean we're NWO week. Which, by the way, I did appreciate your response on the graphic, because I didn't realize that wonderful app PixArt has a way where you can draw like it's graffiti, which I think looks way better than the one I did before, like way better. And I ended up picking NWO members that I actually value and think that if they'd kept it that small with those people, money, but. again, that's 25 years hindsight booking. So,
Yeah.
and I'll definitely get into that on Talk Wrestling on the 5th, because it's so important. And when we do tape our top 10 NWL moments, I will stand on the hill of one of my moments being important in a good and a bad way, because had it gone the way it could have gone, we could be talking about a whole other situation in wrestling right now. And again, I don't think that's necessarily 100% true, only because, as I'm sure you've heard on Bischoff's podcast, if you've heard listening to any of those, WCW was never designed to succeed, ever. Turner wanted no piece of it. The only person that wanted it within Turner was Turner. So once he lost control of the company, it was a matter of, okay, how soon do we offload this garbage that's muddling up our beautiful, pristine networks? So, and that, whether the fickle historians want to admit it or not, that whole thing is a huge part of the NWO's history, and vice versa. So, but before we get to that, of course, we talked about it today on the show that premiered that took 18 and a half hours to do. We've got our summer blockbusters. We've got the Stone Cold or Steve Austin show. We still have to be clear on that. Yes.
I'm counting off what you got going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The blockbuster, Steve Austin, our Disney live action, which you were very, very generously clarified on the show today, which in my cute little chipmunk voice I asked about. And then we get to NWO. So I'm very excited about what's to come in the next couple months. And like I said, I think I messed it up in editing, but we have the whole year booked except for December 10th. Like, the whole year's booked. It's just a matter of you having time off from the Spark and sitting down and doing a damn thing. So it really comes down to that. And
trying to do my own damn thing during that time. So
right, and me not being me realizing why I've been so sick. So that's being handled over next week. Thank God. And again, I do appreciate every single person that's reached out, be it you guys in person, be it over these chat rooms, wishing me well and making sure I was okay and wondering what was going on. And not being able to answer was frustrating as a mother. Like, I didn't know. Because I could be, you just got your COVID shot, right? It's like, I got my COVID shot a month before these things really started manifesting. So there was no reason it should have been that. So I knew it wasn't. And the fact that it went away and came back and went away and came back, it's like, this is not a COVID reaction. This is something seriously going on up in the innards. It's not good. And sure enough, and again, I'm not going to, run the guy down, because, it is, I don't know how much, because I know what you are, what you involve in your life, but with Psychman's dude, everything is such trial and error. And with these damn TBIs, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, really, it's just like, let's throw that wall. Let's see how crazy he gets before we have to, put him in a jacket that he hugs himself and try a different med. It sucks. And it's not that we're purposely guinea pigs, but it's just the way it works out.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully now that the message is in his non-round file, we'll get some answers. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm so looking forward to seeing how the Jack of all trades plays out. Now that we know kind of where it's going after Wednesday's show with Greg and Jeff. Didn't get a chance to watch it all yet. I am working on that. Again, that's in the queue. But I do look forward to the next few days with you, because you're covering Family Guy, which, people were very quick to kind of crap on Family Guy, and I don't crap on it. I'm not a fan, but I enjoy Star Wars stuff. And like I said, whatever it was, Christmas or holiday or whatever, that was one of my favorite gifts, because I mean, when I opened it, you were right there. It's like, I don't even like Family Guy, but I've been wanting to see this. It's almost like now that Disney Plus is a thing and you can access the holiday special, it's like you can't not have those, because it kind of completes the set. And since you're watching Spaceballs the next day and bridging into Star Trek, it's like you are literally. I don't even have to live vicariously through you. I'm watching along with you. Like it's because I love these movies. And funny thing is, I don't know if this is. I'm pretty sure this is accurate. Twice the whole way through Spaceballs. That's it. My entire life. And it's sitting in my DVD collection.
You're going to have to rectify that because you need to watch it again before we film that one.
And that's going up Tuesday, yes?
Yes.
So we're filming that like soon. So I will definitely take care of that. I'll probably watch it like tomorrow morning before I get into dive balls deep into the wrestling stuff, because there's a lot of shit to do tomorrow. So.
Oh yeah.
And again, I'm not sure if I'm going to watch Under Siege, only because I don't know if I want to throw down the whatever it is to renew my Impact Plus. Like, I'd rather just kind of do Backlash, let Aaron do his Backlash stuff, and then just kind of chill until Country Bear starts. So I haven't decided yet, but I'm leaning toward no. And if I don't, you are going to miss me watching Impact, because I don't know what the hell's going on anyway.
True that.
But this guy's got Blue Harvest tomorrow, something 3, right? Dark Side on Sunday, and then the ever popular It's a Trap on Monday before Talk Wrestling, before Raw. So, and Raw, if I'm remembering my calendar correctly, I think Raw will begin the road to Money in the Bank, which is always a good show, as long as they keep it out of the damn headquarters this time. Please, Vince, I'm begging you. That was a train wreck last year. No, Vince, it's a bad Vince. Yeah. Shane says, yeah, me and my wife had COVID, but I think we have it again. Oh, geez. Get your vax, brother. Like, everybody qualifies now. Just whatever you're dealing with at the moment, treat it, obviously. And then get the vax, man, because, God, even the president said the rule is now get a vaccination or wear a mask. That's it. Those are your two options at this point. And when I saw that, I'm like, Jill, I'm going Disneyland. That's what I'm doing with my mask. I'm going Disneyland in December, one way or the other. So, so you've actually been actively listening to the podcast. I'm actually surprised. Because I didn't take you as a wrestling podcast listener. So it's funny that you're listening at work, because I discovered the Woo Nation / Ric Flair show listening on my headset during the night shift at Wally World.
Well, it's all just a matter of, I would go on to YouTube, usually to bring up a video or something, about a half hour to just kill time between my lunch breaks or whatever.
Right.
And I went to YouTube and suggestion screens, and the My World podcast was one of the suggestions because of all the other stuff that I watch.
Right.
And I saw the graphic for the Hold Up, and it's like, okay, this is Jeff Jarrett talking about the Hold Up.
Yeah.
I need to listen to this.
Yeah.
Because, granted, originally, not a big Jarrett fan. Over the years, kind of grew to appreciate Jarrett a little bit more.
Right.
But that's an iconic moment in history. And it's like, what really went down? Like, because there's only two people that legitimately know. In theory.
Right. And
obviously there's more factors, more cogs in the wheel, as explained by Jeff.
Right.
But you figure, going into it, there's only two people that know what really happened. Vince is going to skew things his way. Jeff's going to skew things his way.
Yeah,
but being 20-something years removed from it, Jeff's got no reason to pull punches about it anymore. It's like, this is what really happened. This is what led up to it.
Yeah, I mean, gloves are off. He's back in the fold. He's in the Hall of Fame. Who gives a shit at this point? I mean, What are they gonna do? Take his ring away? Like, nope, you can't be here anymore. It's like, dude, you told me I could. You know, what's funny
It
about knowing
it
this is a thing.
definitely. Hmm.
But
I was going to say it definitely paints Jim Ross in a bad light,
oh yeah,
and I don't
oh
know
yeah,
if people are ready for all of that with the way
yeah.
JR is so well respected. So,
Well,
spoiler alert: if you are a huge JR mark, you may not want to hear this because it definitely paints him in a bad light.
well, the thing with JR is now that he's unfortunately out of the WWE protective bubble, for lack of a better term, he's kind of like just no fucks given at this point. He's like, whatever. I don't care if people like me or not. And you know what? I admire that because, for 30 years we were used to, lovable, cuddly teddy bear JR giving us the rundown of the stuff in the ring. And it's like, you know what? Ask Rosie O'Donnell. It's very hard to be the queen of nice when you're really just wanting to be a prick. Really. So Jared kind of embraces it. So I'm not surprised. And you and I both know, having helped book, helped promote, helped gather talent for events, being a talent relations representative is a bitch. Being the head of the department, uber bitch. And we've seen what it does to people when they get that kind of power and they turn the people they turn into. So I can see where JR would be a prick in that spot, 100%. And same with, Bruce doesn't shy away from either. He was a ripe asshole in both companies, being the head of talent relations. The one person I know, at least of now, that's talent relations head that hasn't changed who he is, as far as what I've been told by other people that I know, is Christopher Daniels, who's doing that for AEW. And again, we've all heard this rhetoric over the years. Being a head coach, talent relations guy, or booker guy while you're still playing is dangerous. So maybe this SCU breakup means Frankie's going to move forward. Chris will not. I don't know. I don't work there. Speculation. It is 100% speculation. I am not saying I know information because I don't. But
Fair
I'm
enough.
guessing based on what I've known of. As I mentioned before you came into the room, I've been watching these guys. I've interviewed everybody in this little exhibition circle of goldenness. So, it's, based on what I know of the person, I'm not surprised if Daniels has not changed who he is. And if he does step away, dude, I figure he's been wrestling since before the year 2000. He and
I'm
Aguilera were the conquistadors before the conquistadors were the Hardys. So, they've both had, as Captain Kirk says in Star Trek 6, they've both done their bit for King and Country in multiple companies. Both of them, Frankie and Chris, both with the E, with TNA, and with AEW. So if this is a right off into the sunset, dude, I will salute them as they go down the road because they're two of the finest people I've met.
Same. I'm going to go ahead and take off, sir. I just wanted to come in and ask you that question. I will let you keep on doing what you're doing, and I'll pop back over to the YouTube side of things to keep on watching, but I need to get back into the editing base. So
Yes, definitely, yes, because I'm looking forward to rewatching Blue Harvest for the first time since I moved out, I think, and then watching your review of it all over again. So,
well, fair warning, it's going to be shorter than some of the other episodes that
of
have
course.
gone up lately because it's talking about a TV episode. So I
Well, yeah,
haven't got the final runtime yet, but expect it to probably be a good 5 or 6 minutes shorter than what I've been doing lately.
that's even better because I can watch yours and then take a nice long break before after my predictions before I do the Country Bears because I do want to get that refined and perfect. So,
And I look forward to sitting here alongside you for that tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow. Just get your get your howdy folks and Country Bear Jamboree stuff ready.
Oh, yes.
Have a good night, brother. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take it easy.
Later. So let's see. Josh says I didn't start. Oh, it didn't pop up. Come on. There you go. Hi. I didn't start watching wrestling. Damn it. I didn't start watching wrestling until JR was already out commentary, so I never grew up with his commentary. I always catch flack for saying Matt Striker was my favorite commentator when I started watching. dude, if people are giving you shit for liking the people that you liked when you started watching, that's not a good fan. It's not a good friend. That's kind of a bad person. I mean, I grew up on Shivani and JR and later Bischoff calling WCW stuff. I grew up on Gorilla and Bobby. Gorilla, not quite. I was by the time I came on, Jesse was already gone and had a lawsuit. So Gorilla and Bobby, and then JR and Randy Savage, and JR and Bobby Heenan, and then JR and the King, of course, and now Michael Cole and whoever. So I have had the benefit of 30 years of fandom. So I happen to like Matt Striker's commentary style. I do like listening to him and Devo on Thursday nights on Impact. So if people shit on you for liking Striker, shit on them because they're not cool. So the hell with it. I didn't even mention that. That's funny. Walmart is an awesome shirt supplier. I'll tell you what. And by the way, Jay, if you do happen to see any of the Halloween poster or cosplay poster shirts, let me know. Yeah, Shane, I used to listen to the entire Conrad library back, about a year ago. And before that even. So, I don't know where it went. There it is. But I have not listened to them actively in a while. I actually did cancel my out of dislike whatsoever. I do enjoy Conrad's shows, despite my acquaintances not liking Conrad Thompson. It is what it is. Kind of like everybody else likes, right? But there's just so damn many of them, and I've got so much work to do myself. It's hard to keep up with everybody else's stuff. So, but I do try. I'm trying to catch back up here with all of his. And now Kurt Angle's on the thing, and now Jeff Jarrett's on the thing. So it's just bananas. Right. So I'm going to pull a JJ follow suit and leave it at that for the night. I do appreciate everybody that's in here. I intend to go an hour. I mean, honestly, I was just going to kind of say my condolences to New Jack, my congratulations to Natalia and Tamina, and kind of fill everybody in what's going on tomorrow. With a perspective of an hour, I think I'm going to abstain from doing the Impact Watch along. It's too much. I do have predictions tomorrow that I still may pre-tape. I haven't decided yet, just because I want to save my live energy for the Country Bears. I know that's not fair to you guys, the wrestling fans, but I owe it to Jay, and I owe it to the Disney people that are, my friends that I see in real life that do go to Disneyland with me, to give the Country Bears their proper due. And if you've never heard of the Country Bear Jamboree at any of the Disney parks, I encourage you, although it's illegal, so I don't really encourage you, to check them out on YouTube. They are awesome shows. I do encourage you to look up JJ. If you're still there, give me the exact title of the video in the description in your comments here, so I can put it up. When JJ decided that he was going to book how he would lay out the Country Bear reunion, should they make a reunion comeback, should they come back to Disneyland or do a reunion special thing at the parks they're still housed in. And I thought it was damn well done. I liked it tremendously. He didn't put it on his YouTube because he knew it would get copyright flagged and all that other hot garbage. So I don't remember. Well, I do know whose YouTube it's on. I'm not going to say that because it's not my place. But if you want to throw it in the shade, if you're still there, if not, I'll mention it tomorrow during the stream. You can mention it during the stream. You're going to be there. But I thought it was very well done. So Shane says on YouTube, you think the Atlanta Braves should change their name? No, I don't. I don't think any of the Native American slang name teams should have changed their name. And I know that's wrong of me to say because I'm Caucasian. I don't care. My dad's high school had to change their name because of that stupid shit. The Cleveland Indians, all these teams are having to feel compelled to change their name because I don't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong here, and I will own that. A minority in the group that is quote unquote offended had an uprising about it. Guys, it's just sports. Who the shit cares what the team is called? The Cleveland Indians have such a rich history in Major League Baseball. The Washington Redskins had such a rich history, not always winning, but the Cowboys versus right by far in the National Football League. The Braves are a storied franchise. They were a part of the Turner family for years, like WCW was, like the Hawks were, like CNN is, like WCW was. The Chicago Blackhawks were one of the original 6 teams. If they change their name, I'm gonna shit my pants. They were one of the first 6 teams in National Hockey League history. And they change their name? No, that's dumb. So when you look up JJ's Country Bear show, it is called exactly Country Bear Jamboree, quote, reunion tour, unquote. Now, fair warning, it's not actually the Country Bears singing the songs, nor is it copyrighted, infringement intended by any means. There is no money being made on this broadcast, this video he put together. It is simply JJ's thoughts of what would make a kick-ass reunion tour show for the Country Bear Jamboree. Again, I enjoyed it when he put it together when I first saw it. I enjoy it to this day. I will definitely have him bring it up tomorrow on the stream. And I don't know if the hang on one second. Let me do this because I don't want to be inaccurate. Lord knows I'm guilty of that. I do want to put the link for the group, and I don't know if you can add yourself to the group. You can request or whatever the case may be. If you can't, I will make it so you can, because I do want more people to come in, because in 2 weeks, if I can find the there it is, find the pamphlet. You're got pins everywhere. 2 weeks from tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary of doing the streams, and we're going back to what started it all, which was Fantasmic. And this year's Fantasmicization is going to be the final show before the much controversial, much maligned 2017 refurb. So again, take that for what it's worth as you watch that stream in 2 weeks. But tomorrow in the group, we're going to be showing the Country Bear Jamboree, which is JJ's favorite Disney thing, Disney show thing ever. He's made that more than clear many times over the years. So there is the link for the group. It's the title of the group is Meach's Monthly Disney Fix. You will see a purple logo that says Meach's Monthly Disney Park Streaming shows. Or show, yeah, and that's me. That's where you'll find the Country Bears tomorrow. That's where you'll find Fantasmic in 2 weeks, and so much more coming up. We've got, again, much like Dad's, we have a whole year booked, so it's going to be a fun time tomorrow. I have not watched the Country Bear show since it left Disneyland, except once when I was back at Disney World in 2008, just prior to Dylan being born. My dad and I went and saw Country Bear Jamboree, and it was very emotional, even then, when I wasn't such an emotional young like I am now. But I get to watch tomorrow. I'm very excited. I get to watch with people I love, which is always good. So you should watch Disney stuff. Should be enjoyed with the people you love. So that's how I feel, and that's how it's going to be. And then tomorrow, again, at 11 o'clock Eastern. I know it's late for you guys in the East Coast. I'm sorry. But it's how it's got to be. Thank you all for indulging me in my hour of babbling. I got to get the grocery list going for tomorrow, and then races tomorrow with our WrestleMania Backlash predictions and Country Bear Jamboree. Until tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, I am Meach.